Alright, let's get into this now. Hi guys, we're here with another stream. Sorry I started a little bit late today. I mean, I've been on the charts, but started a little bit late. Just had some business work to get done. But as always, this is not financial advice. This is just for fun. So, we're just going to pay attention and see what we get here throughout the trading day itself. I want to see what we get in this fair value gap, you know. Do we get back up above this, close this fair value gap? Do we go long from here? I do want to pay attention to the higher time frame 4 hour. So 4 hour closed bullish on ES, closed bullish on YM. Okay. Had a massive wick here on the 4 hour on NQ. So if I mark up 50% of this 4 hour wick, that'd bring us right about here. So I want to keep that in mind. If we do get up there, I want to see what kind of reaction we get if we get up there. That's the question, if. Personally, right now, I want to see if price wants to continue from this fair value gap. We have bullish SMT at the wicks here. The 1 hour, 30 minute here, same thing. We go down to the 15, very similar. So it's all kind of like lining together. Now I want to see if this wants to wick down one more time, but we did just take out this low. So I want to keep in mind that we just took out that low here, as you can tell. Let's bring this up here. And I want to continue to watch to see what we get. Do we take out the low one more time, commit to midnight, and then react off of the midnight from here to go long up to this high, possibly to that 50% of the 4 hour wick, or what happens? So personally, I think it's just like a little bit of 50-50 right now. We got YM looking all stupid over here. It's kind of just like rebalancing itself every candle on its way up. But we'll see. This could just act as the breaker right here to then trade up and keep going higher. I mean, that's very possible. And if it does that, I'm obviously not going to be in it because there's not even a 30-second inversion set up here. So for me, there's nothing for me to do right now. So the best thing in this situation is to do absolutely nothing. So I'm just going to wait right here now and see what we continue to get here. I think it can go either way right now. They can go here. I think it can come down here. They can come down here and then go up here. But I also think it can go here right now and then go down here or just bounce up to here. So I need something clean. This would be ideal. About to close this 1 minute inversion here. Just trade down to this fair value gap one more time. While we're bouncing off it. With this 1 hour fair value gap. That's acting as like an inverse here. This 1 hour fair value gap's acting as an inverse. Oh my god, I don't mean to move that. Oh my god, what am I doing? There we go. So it wouldn't surprise me if you actually just react off of this here. Because we took out those higher time frame lows. If we're going to go bullish, it's going to be from somewhere around here. But I also don't see an inverse that I'd want to take a trade on here. Not even on a 15. I don't trade 15 second like that though. We'll see. What if this hits this high and we stay down here? Maybe we trade back down into here. Or we just continue down lower. Sometimes no position is a position, you know? 5 seconds. About to inverse this. Let's see. We just inverse this. It's look like we can possibly come for that low, but it might not come for this low. I'd rather wait for something a little bit better. But let's say this is something that you'd want to take. Stop right above the inverse here. This would be a 1 minute inverse. But let's say you're just targeting down to here. So I mean that's possible. As soon as I candle close, you can enter that trade, but we'll see. It's just tape reading at this point. I'm not taking anything. And if this comes back and hits like the hypothetical stop loss, you can see why I didn't take this. Because we already took out this liquidity and we're bouncing in these discounts. We have bullish SMT. And we're overall bullish. The 4-hour close bullish in a lot of these, so this could just be a pullback. Hence is why I don't want to take a position in this. Which is why, look at it, it's coming right back after hitting the 830. That's why I'm not shorting this, even though it's a pattern that I like to see. The overall narrative right now isn't lining up with it. Even though that it could happen, I'm not taking it. So we got this 30-second inverse here that we're about to get right now. So we just inverse this 30-second. It looks like we could possibly, let's say we get in right here. I think we can go 20-20 here at this point. Look at that inverse right there. We just took out this high. We never took out that high. I mean, I could paper this one, but still, it's not the best bet. We haven't taken out this high yet here. We haven't taken out this high. We just broke back up above, back into that 1 minute as well. So this would now be the inversion we're looking at. So notice how we're digging down deeper into that, but we're not over here. But like I said, ideally I want to see it sweep one more time. Oh, we never hit this high yet either. So we actually have a lot of highs up there. Looks like stop loss is about to be hit. I just took it on a paper, that's all I did. Only 2 small contracts, so it's not that big of a deal. Like I said, it wasn't A+. I'd want to see this swept one more time. So let's say, are we using that? We never hit the stop loss on there. So it just came right back down to this order block. We reacted off that 30-second order block. We never created more SMT. So I'm going to move it to break even once we hit these highs, just like that. So I have the 2 contracts. I'm going to move them to break even, which is possible to get hit, which, oh well. Not that big of a deal if it does. But just looking for those 20 points right there. That'll be a nice little scalp win there, if it happens. I think we possibly reach this 40%. I mean, 50% of the 4-hour wick. I think that's possible. But like I said, this price action is not the best here. But now I got the 3-minute order block. So we get the higher time frame low, SMT, created a 30-second inverse, but that's not my favorite. One minute order block here. I don't want to see price come back down below this order block. But like I said, I already moved stats to break even. They just got hit, so we're break even on this trade here. I wonder if my trade evade's logged in anywhere. Trade evade anywhere? No. No, trade evade's not logged in anywhere. So I can show you guys. It lets me log into my trade evade. Connect. Let's see here. Yeah, it was just the paper trade from this morning. Yeah, break even. Now it's gonna go to the high. That's fine. Yeah, like I said, I didn't want to see that low breach, but I moved my stop loss too early. It is what it is. Took the first trade here when the inverse closed, and then took the second one when I dipped back down into the fair value gap, and then I have my stop loss down here. Never reached the stop loss, just came and jarred them a little bit, which is fine. And now it came up and just used a 1 hour order block, and now we're trading up higher. I just like to move stop loss early. Minus low probability. Looks like we could inverse this and keep going long. Now would be the perfect time to break even this. I just broke even this trade when took out this high. Watch, if it just comes right back down and in, which is possible, I can just do that. If like there's an absolute A+ setup, it's like very clear to me today, I'll take it on an Apex account. I know I have my other evals, but Apex account, I could just take one trade and see. So we're doing the 1 day pass. So we'll see what happens with those Apex accounts. It's gotta be a clear trade, you know? It's gotta be clear. So let's go to 15 minute. Let's see what we got here. Higher high, lower high, lower high. Just digging back down to this discount again, which is fine. I wonder if it's going to get the consolidation until 11. Finally switch down at 11, switch back up, and just rip. I wonder if that's what's going to happen today. It's just going to create a lot of time distortion here. Not really give any clean setups, you know. See why I moved that to break even there? Because this could have fell down a little bit earlier too. Just gonna keep switching these higher time frames to really get a bigger picture of what we're getting. I wonder if I can log into my Apex on my trade evade here. Let's see. I gotta allow it in the dashboard here. There we go. Oh, cool. I got my Apex account on here. Sweet. So if I see the right setup, I'm going to try to pass this account here. So I got the new, brand new trade, Apex account. Take one trade on it. Either pass it or blow it. I don't really care. So all I need is 30 points to pass it. It depends the risk size, you know? Because I'm going to go for 5 contracts, so 20 points is $400. So 20 points, so we can only risk 2,000. So if we do 20, yeah, we only do that. That's what we're gonna get. So we get $2,000. Now let's see. Actually, what's going on here in price? Just made low. Equal lows. We just inverse this 1 minute, but that's not that high probability. I don't want to risk something like that. So like, let's say there's 15 points, so that means $300. So we could do 6 contracts if we risk 15 points. So 15 points, 16. No, six contracts. I believe I can do 10. I believe I can do 10 contracts, but highest probability, we gotta wait to see if we take out this liquidity down here. Hit the midnight possibly. But this could be like a power 3 as well. Not really too sure what's going on, but let's see. I'm gonna measure this opening range. So we closed here, we opened here. Yeah, that's. I know I was forgetting something this morning. Here's the opening range right there. Yeah, so we're bouncing off 50% of that opening range here. It's using this opening range as support, obviously. Trading down. Coming up. Yeah, I'll be right back. So we just traded down to that low that we were looking at. So now let's see if we get a reaction off of this low here, if it wants to buy up or not. It really depends how these candles start to close. 43 seconds here. So let's see the 8:30, not 8:30, 10:30. So making another lower low, higher low. We haven't hit this high yet. Holy shit, we're so close to that high. So if we actually inverse this 1 minute here, I could even say this 30-second, but looks like this 1 minute is going to be better. If we inverse this 1 minute here. So like the overall bigger picture, if we inverse this 1 minute, we should go long here. Which obviously it looks like it's only going to be 20 points. So I'd look for something on that if we inverse that. I mean, we just inverse this 30-second, but obviously the 30-second's not the best. But we'll see if we can inverse this 1 minute here. Fuck. Started leaving without me, bud. Oh, and there goes NQ. Yeah, it's leaving without me, son of a bitch. Took a demo on the 30-second, but this 1 minute's not looking too hot. So we have another 30-second here, but we didn't close up above it. So if we close this 1 minute inverse here, I believe this would be a good long, in my opinion, to go up to 20 points. We just inverse the 1 minute.
Order filled.
So I just took the trade on the Apex account. So I'm gonna go max risk on it, obviously. It's a 1 day pass, so like it's either gonna win or it's gonna lose here. It's one or the other. And like I said, I don't really give a fuck. I don't know, I think it's worth the risk in my opinion. I mean, stop loss can go down like right below the midnight. But we'll see. So here's the Apex account. Feels not the best, but see what happens here. Get this order block. It could still come down in the midnight. If it does, then it just sucks. So well, we just look again for another opportunity. Get the bearish SMT up there, but it's looking like it's possible. I mean, the trade's got to accept at this point. So do we have SMT now in the 1 minute? No, we don't. So I want to see what happens here. We just hit this. We just hit this 1 minute for value gap. They all hit that for value gap. So I'm just curious to see what happens with this now. So if it hits 2K, I'm out. I'm done. Like I lose the trade. But if it doesn't, then I win. And that's sick, you know. So this low. It's looking like it can still come back down. We got this breaker here that we're playing in. These relative equal highs. We're just not getting any bullish SMT. That's the one thing. I'd like to see one of these make a low, but this make like a higher low or whatever. So yeah, I like that it's doing this. It's digging down. Okay, it's about to blow that apex. We're close to blowing it. Okay, it's about to. It's fine. Like it's a one trade. I mean, this was worth the risk. I mean, low taken, relative equal highs. I mean, this is worth the risk in my opinion. It's still not done yet. Like I said, I could hit the midnight one more time, which it might come to the midnight one more time. Well, we're just about to hit that. We might inverse this 30 seconds at point. If we hit the low one more time or hit that midnight, I want to watch and see like what happens. Okay, yeah, we just hit that low. So that should actually hit me out, right? Yeah, there we go.
Order filled.
Yep, there we go. Stop loss. Fat. That's all good. One trade. That's it. That's all I needed. But like I said, I could have hit that midnight again, which it just did. So let's see how this really just starts to move price, because now it's 10:30. That 5 minute just goes so bearish too. Yeah, it did everything in my plan, and it went against me, you know? There's only so much you can do here. Followed my plan and stuck to my rules, and I mean, I'm happy when I do that, so it's all good. I don't think there's anything I could have done better there, to be honest. So we get the higher high here, lower high. Yeah, we have bearish SMT, but that didn't really matter when you had this inversion closure. Watch it go now, that's the thing. You could literally inverse this right now and just rip. I'd like to see one of these make a lower low. This low. We got a higher low there, I mean. A 2 minute inversion. And a 1 minute here. And a 30-second up here. But this 2 minute looks a little bit better than anything else, I'd say. Inverse that 2 minute, I'd say. This should be good to go at this point. Come on, Apex, what the hell are you doing? It won't even load. Okay, so become affiliate, account summary. I don't even know how much the reset is. Recurring active. I just want to observe what's happening here in price action. So we got that bullish SMT. Trading down lower here. We're staying higher here right now. Sweet. Okay, sorry. I was on the phone with the bank. Just got back. Let's see what happens here now in the market. So I took this one trade earlier with the Apex account. This is an A+ setup to me after we get this 1 minute inversion. So I was looking to pass this account here. Yo, I gotta step away. 1 second. Alright, I'm back. Sorry about that. Yeah, market's been a little bit hard to read this morning. Had A+ setup. Took the trade on the Apex account. Just looking for a one and done on the Apex. I didn't want to play out. So what I was looking at here was that we had these relative equal highs. A lot of low resistance up here. Traded down below. Took out the low. So when we took out this low, we had bullish SMT, and I ended up taking the buy on the inversion. Came back down, hit stop loss, and that's completely fine. it was an A+ setup in my opinion. So like that loss brings no emotion to anything here. So that was okay. So yeah, Apex is doing 90% off right now, where if you buy an account, like a 50 grand account's only like, it's less than 20 bucks. So if you get like, take $100, you can get a few of them, you know? You get like 5 accounts for less than $100. And I mean, I'm sure you're gonna pass one of them, you know? But just look for like an A+ setup and just, I don't know, I'm just looking at it as like, just risk anything. So really, that was just a $20 loss. It's no big deal. So let's wait on the other account to load up, I believe. Let's see if it loads up here. It's probably gonna take like a few hours or whatever to even show up. Oh shit, I think it already showed up. Oh yeah, it already showed up. That's crazy. Yeah, so if another trade sets up, I could take it, but I'm really just gonna wait on a good setup again, you know? It's gotta be valid. So I planned this trade. I was expecting a consolidation, one more wick down to the midnight, and then trade up, and then go up to this high, and possibly the 4 hour up there. But obviously it's just trading down lower, bearish order flow on the way down. So we're trading down, coming back up, trading back down towards this midnight level here on ES. Looks like it wants to reach down there. So we go to the 2 minute, we can really start to see how price is creating the bearish SMT in these wicks. Just like that. I guarantee you the 30-second inverse here, which is this. So we inverse this 30-second here. We came back up and we started retesting this, shifted down again, and then we just continued down lower within this range. So after this trade lost, it's 50-50, but now we see it continue to shift lower, and it's just gravitating lower now. So it's working towards a lower target, which would be this low down here, which we just hit. So we'll see if it wants to keep going lower or not at this point. No big deal. I had a break even on the eval account, and then a paper had a loss too because I took the same one on the other one. So the eval account, I actually broke even that trade that I took up here. I can show you why. I can show you why I broke even on this trade here. So when you came up, we inversed this. And notice how every single candle here on all 3 of these hit the low. So if I draw out this fair value gap, this is just like history, and there's no other way to explain it besides experience. If I take all this off my screen here, draw out this fair value gap, draw out this fair value gap, draw out this fair value gap. So this is all same fair value gap with all 3 of these, as you can tell. Look how every single one of them on the 10-27 candle hit that fair value gap. All 3 of them hit it. So that was telling me, and we had a higher high, and yeah, we had the higher high too. But since all these were hitting that fair value gap at the same time, and not one of them was holding up above it, that was telling me that this isn't like A+ anymore. I mean, it was still a good looking setup, but it wasn't like A+. It was probably like A setup, I'd say. But it was still worth the risk in my opinion on the Apex, but on the eval that I'm really been conservative on, I'm not trying to really blow that one. So on this one here, basically a break even. So $14 loss, whatever, that's nothing. But break even on this account. And then the other account I still haven't touched today. So we're still staying here on this one, and then the paper one. Just a small loss on this one here too. But no big deal. Stuck to the plan, that's all that really matters. Yeah, look at that thing just ripping down now. Wow, that's wild. I'm gonna be going down for a while here. Take out this all-time high here. Let's look at the daily time frame. Your higher high. It's holding down below the moving average there. See how far down it really wants to go though. Get this 4 hour for value gap. We're in our macro right now. So we got the 4 hour for value gap here. I want to see where we are on the big three. Just the overall higher time frame scale of things. So we're trading down below this low here. We're holding a higher low here. Lower low, higher low, higher low. Okay. So we're reaching down into a deep discount into this area. I wonder if we pull up opening ranges here. If we get anything in the opening range. Maybe it wants to reach down here, but I don't know. It looks like it could possibly reach down there. But let's see if we can get a possible reversal because it is 11:05. The new hour opened here. Didn't really trade back up above. So if we get a nice consolidation down here, maybe we inverse this 1 minute and go long again. That'd be wild if it did that, to be honest. Because we had just such a deep 5 minute closure too. We're now below that 4 hour candle here. I think it's very unlikely for it to rip back up, but it's possible. Yeah, no big deal. Honestly, not a bad session. After that loss, I had a call with the bank. So I had banking information I had to deal with. And then we came back up. And then we rejected here and continued down. If I wasn't on the phone with the bank, I would have been watching this order block here. Drawing that out. And like I was talking about it over here, looking for that inverse to be made. So we hit this for value gap. So at the same time we hit that for value gap here. We're paying attention to what ES is doing. And notice how ES comes up, consolidates. It took out the swing low and it shifted here, but it could not break the high, so it failed to break the high. So we shifted lower, down within here. When we shifted lower, we're using this as a order block to resist price to keep moving down lower. So once we did that, we go down to the 1 minute. We can see that we have, like I said, that lower high. So you're really just getting in sync with order flow and observing what's happening and just seeing where price really wants to draw to based on what it's telling you. So once that got inverse right here, even right here, like this is worth the risk, honestly, in my opinion. But that's worth the risk. So that's I'd say probably like an A-, A setup. I wouldn't say A+, because they're already trending. But since we started to break lower, this low should have held if we were to go bullish. And if this 2 minute inversed here, if this 2 minute inversed here, then we could have gone long. But even then, it's obviously trending to the downside. Get all that SMT within here. Even look here on YM. Yeah, YM here, took this, shifted down, took that high. Yeah, there's a lot of bearish signatures within here after that low didn't hold. Just trying to see if we get anything else anytime soon. So I'm paying attention to this. We took out this low, kept the higher low here. So in the 30 second, we got this for value gap. If we inverse this 30 second, I wonder if that wants to hold to go up higher. Or if we make another swing low and go long. Because we took out a lot of lower time frame liquidity into a discount, into this for value gap again. Still nothing that clean. I'll be watching this inverse here in 1 minute, see what happens in that area. If we inverse this 2 minute as well. See that as a potential long. But it's got to go with like displacement and speed. We're also so close to this low down here. Maybe it shifts this low one more time and then we get a better setup. Maybe we keep projecting this for a value gap here. Come up on in. Then we get speed down. Creating an inverse here. We inverse that and go long from here. Back up to this high. To this high. To this high. A lot of trendline liquidity right there. But do we get manipulation to go do that? That's a question. I don't think it's high probability yet. I think it needs to wait. We're entering close to the lunch session. But yeah, we'll see what happens. Sorry guys, it's been kind of like a slow day. It's not like too much has happened. Like I got a lot going on with like other business too. So I was looking at this one trade setup when I was focused in the time zone. It looked good. Missed out on it. I'm all stop loss on it. I mean, that's the name of the game. Took the win yesterday on the short here. Yesterday I had a nice short within this area. Shorted this down. Consolidated when I had SMT. I closed the trade. It's like a $350 win there. But then it ended up trading higher. But I don't trade usually after like 11:15, kind of like the time right now. But I ended up pulling back and then shifting market structure here. And then trading back down into the range and then creating this 1 minute inverse here to go long in at 12:17, but that's during the lunch session. Then we go long to here and then it continues to trend up through the rest of the day. Personally, I thought we were going to keep going lower, but it didn't yesterday. That's fine. And then this morning, I usually don't trade pre-market, so I didn't trade this. This here I wasn't really paying attention to. Wasn't like too fond of like the information up here. I thought it was 50-50, but we traded down, consolidated, waited for more information, took the buy, traded down, shifted lower, used this order block here to then resist to come down towards this low, this low, this low, this low. And now it's not surprising me that we're getting a consolidation here. Look at the time. Look at where we are. Look at what we just did. Maybe we get more consolidation and it'll rip up to here for a reversal to take out this liquidity here, here. And then if we measure this range from here to here, 50% is probably here. So if we get a buy here, expect possibly 50%. So that's what I would like to see. It's something like that, or it just continues down. It really can just continue down too. So we're about to hit this low here now. Bearish 1 minute closure. What if that's the inverse that we're talking about? Do we have SMT in that? No, all these are making a lower low, so it doesn't even look that good here. So this is a situation where you really want to pay attention to what you're getting in price. I'm going to monitor this. We're create a fair value gap here in the next 4 seconds. Maybe. Oh, that's a baby fair value gap. I don't even like that. No, this doesn't even look that good. We're about to inverse this 30-second here. With like speed and displacement. Let's see if it actually does it or not. So if we get this inverse here in the next 2 seconds. 1, 2. So yeah, inversed it. So let's see if it goes 20 points from here. I don't really expect it to, but it's possible. We're making a lower. Let's see if we make the lower low here. Hold up above this. Just like that. Let's see if that wants to go higher now. So we just hit that. We just hit more displacement down here. Got a 5-second inverse here now. I'm just tape reading. I'm not taking any of this shit. This is like such lower time frame for me. It's too much. You can still read order flow within the 5 second. So we had that inverse here. Now we're trading back down, coming up. Let's see if it wants to keep going from here. Wants to keep rising. I think it's possible. Lower low, higher low. See if it goes at 20 points right here. That's all we're looking for. That's all you really need. So when if we hit this high here, stocks have to go to break even. And then it's possible that it makes another swing low and then goes higher later. So that's why this is like still risky, even though it's showing conditions in the lower time frame now. Look how it made this lower low here. Now we're just retesting this breaker. Propulsion block in the 15 second right here. That sends it up to the high. Let's see. We did just take out this high here from 11.12. We didn't take out this high yet. This is the high I was looking at. Let's see, 1 minute time frame. Order blocks. This isn't too bad. This really isn't too bad. Yeah, this would be a better apex play if I took that one. Just not my time, so I'm not taking it. Not my time for in the trade. I'll take it on paper, but that's it. There it goes. About to hit 20 points. Almost there. So stops have to be at break even by now. See if it's the 20 points or not. It's rejected 50% of that for value gap. Damn, break even about to be hit. Took it on paper. Yeah, break even hit down there. Based on that 1 minute retest. Yeah, it just shows you how it's all in sync together. A 30 second, reverse this, hit this low here. Higher low, lower low. Shift it up, hit the buy side, now we're rejecting. Maybe it comes back down, makes another low, and then we get a buy later. Or it just continues down lower. Yeah, I gotta get going now. Nice day, not a bad day. I'm pretty happy with all the results. Happy with how price moved and how I was able to manage my emotions with every trade set up. But yeah, I'll be just watching this, see if this gives us a reversal at some point. Or if it comes up into this range, gives us SMT and possibly lower. Really depends. But take it easy, guys. Love y'all. Peace out.